Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here. I'm Martin Gladstone. I am a candidate for councillor here in 432 Beach, East York. I'm also a resident here. I live here, I work here, and I pay taxes here. Earlier this year, I had the opportunity to pull the full lease under the Freedom of Information Act regarding Tugs Incorporated, which is the Boardwalk Pub, which you see directly behind us. And while you know this issue has been around for a little while because people have been concerned about being a sole source contract with no public tender, pulling the lease was actually the next step and seeing the actual details and confirming why this was such a bad deal for the taxpayers all in all. I had an opportunity to review the lease and I noted some comments about it that I found highly disturbing, which I just want to share with you. The most critical thing I think that stands out is in the original proposal or offer that was made by the current tenant. That tenant offered to pay $250,000 as a base rent annually. And in the final sign back, and that was in 2006. And then in the final sign back, we find that the tenant actually was signed back at $200,000, which is $50,000 a year less. So as a lawyer who's been practicing commercial leasing as part of my practice for many, many years, I was really shocked to see that an offer that was made was actually reduced when it was signed back. So it would be like me offering to sell me your house for $1 million, and I offer you $1 million, and you say, actually, I'll take $800,000. That's fine. So this was a huge loss for the taxpayers, and it was very, very disturbing to see that. I was also disturbed to see that even as a term of renewing this lease of a sole source contract for this tenant, you would have thought at a minimum that there would have been some leasehold improvements or some requirements so we could enjoy this exclusive place on the beach. For example, if you have a look, the paint is peeling off the place, the glass is broken in many spots, there's electrical wiring that's falling off, and there's weeds virtually everywhere. And if you have an opportunity to go to the back patio, there's garbage and litter all over the place. So it's a pretty horrific thing, and you would have thought at a minimum that the city would have requested that it would be cleaned up and improved even before the lease was commenced again. Then there's a series of other issues that I found really disturbing as a lawyer. I discovered as we read the lease that there was no requirement for a last month's rent, which is highly unusual. There was no requirement for a security deposit, which is highly unusual. There were no personal guarantees given in the lease, which is highly unusual. The sponsorship revenue that was originally offered by this tenant in 2006 was $25,000 a year, and the sponsorship revenue that was signed on June 2nd, 2010, which was recently, was $10,000 a year. So that's actually a 60% reduction what the tenant had actually offered to pay. So that is a huge loss for the taxpayers. And you have to question why there was a 4-year negotiation. I mean, this wasn't the Louisiana Purchase, and it became apparent over the course of time that the tenant was going backwards on what it originally offered. That would have been the flag to publicly tender this and have other parties come in with their competitive bids and see what they could have done for this Boardwalk Pub. Instead, we're getting a place that looks like this, that's really, really, for lack of a better word, it's really disgusting in my view to see all this paint peeling off, these weeds, this broken glass, and the litter that's surrounding the place. The other things I just want to add is, as a taxpayer, I think it's a horrible deal for all the taxpayers. It's not just the people in the beach and the ward that are affected by this. It's really all the taxpayers in the city of Toronto. And we should all be deeply concerned about what happens. This is exactly what happens when you give a sole source contract and you don't allow it to go out for competitive bids. This is exactly what happens. We end up getting a horrible deal at enormous expense for the taxpayers. We're also locked in for 20 years into this agreement, which is just unheard of. And we also discovered, as we read the lease further, that such things like the parking lot, for example, where the tenant completely benefits from it, the taxpayers are responsible to pay for the maintenance, the paving, the lighting, the snow removal, and so on. We've also discovered that while the tenant gets the exclusive use of these concession stands, which are also dilapidated and run down, we the taxpayers are responsible for making sure we pay the cost of maintaining them externally, and we the taxpayers have to insure them. Now, in the normal course of commercial practice, when somebody takes a commercial lease, they are generally responsible for all the costs associated with that lease. So there's no way that the taxpayer should be stuck with a deal like this. That is just such a huge loss. And this, again, is what happens when you don't put a contract out for public tender, but it's done as a sole source deal. I also think it's important to mention that, that voters all across Toronto should really look into who supported this and who didn't support this and who was missing in action. And this is the one time that they can express their vote, their opinion in the course of their vote on October 20th.